What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today, a really quick introduction. I just want to talk about the 4 biggest mistakes that I've made in my life and in my career that I think that you should know about so you don't make the same mistakes I did. Before we get into the video, I want to mention that this video is brought to you by my sponsor. I'm just kidding, I don't have a sponsor again yet because I haven't reached my goal of 1,000 subscribers. No one wants to sponsor me, but regardless of that, I did want to give a shout out to Basically Me, the fashion brand that I'm wearing right here. As you can see, we're not in the office right now. This is my hat of we're out of the office. So shout out to Basically Me. Check them out on Instagram. I'll post their handle down below. But basically, I want a giveaway from them to get this hat. I think it fits the channel because we haven't been working in the office. I've been out of office for almost 3-4 months now. So shout out to them. Thanks a lot for the hat. And if you are interested in them, get a 15% discount code from them. I don't have any discount code. So I currently work as a software engineer in Santa Monica, Los Angeles, California, and I have a computer science bachelor's degree, but that wasn't always my plan. When I graduated high school, I actually wanted to major in chemical engineering, and then I think that changed to mechanical engineering. But basically, I think the reason why I wanted to go into engineering was because I was good at math. I think chemical engineering was the case because I really loved chemistry back in high school. Fast forwarding into college, I actually tried to transfer into the engineering school twice before I gave up. In my freshman year, I was an undeclared major. I went through all the classes. I took engineering calculus as well as engineering physics, and I found it very difficult despite me being good at math back in high school. So after I failed 2 times trying to transfer into the engineering school, one of my friends that I met in freshman year was also trying to do the exact same thing, but he also wasn't able to, and we decided to just go to another college and try to apply for the computer science program. I remember it so vividly because we walked into the college administration building and then we said we wanted to transfer into computer science. We were handed just one sheet of paper. It wasn't even a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. It was just a half sheet of paper that had asked a couple questions like, what's your name, what's your current major, and why do you want to switch into computer science? We literally wrote, we like computers. Programming wasn't even a thing I thought possible to learn in high school, middle school, or even before that, but nowadays, everyone who has a computer or a smartphone, you can learn to program or code. I found out later that other high schools around the nation actually teach advanced placement computer science classes that you can potentially earn credit for those classes in college. My school didn't have that. I also later found out that one of the teachers that taught a biology class at my high school actually had an after-school robotics club where I imagine they learned how to code too. Thinking back to this mistake, I really wish I spent more time learning how to code on the internet or on my computer instead of just watching YouTube videos of fail videos or bail videos, like if you're falling off your skateboard, or funny videos. Like, I watched a lot of YouTube, but I wasn't doing it for the right reason. I was not smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Knowing that the world is expanding and technology is growing, I think it's very important to learn how to code just a little bit. So the next mistake I want to talk about is something that I've always had at the back of my mind, and it's actually been on the back of my mind for almost 10 years now, but that would have to be not enjoying my senior year of high school. So it's been 10 years since I graduated. I mentioned in a previous video the things that I wish I knew when I was graduating high school, but basically this mistake of not enjoying my senior year is something that I've always talked about. In my senior year, I was heads down, all work. I was basically trying to meet all the requirements for graduation, as well as doing a bunch of extra things in terms of work, internships, sports, to be able to graduate high school, but also get out of my hometown. This led to me doing a lot in terms of a 0 period before school. So my high school, we actually had 6 periods in a day. I took a class before school that started at 6:45 before our 7:45 bell. And then after school, I also had an extra class in sports medicine that was considered a 7th period, so a total of 8 periods. At one point in high school, I also did sports, so I did wrestling in the winter season, which basically I would also have morning workouts before my 0 period class that would start at 6 a.m. I wouldn't even see any daylight, and then I'd have wrestling practice after school that wouldn't let out till 5, and I still wouldn't see any daylight. So I believe my winter season, my senior year, didn't see daylight at all. At another point, I also had those 8 periods in a day, and then I had an evening class at the local community college to meet some requirements as well. After wrestling in the winter season, in the spring, I was fortunate enough to gain an internship, which basically happened 2 to 3 days a week on top of a part-time job, as well as my other extracurricular activities. It sounds like a lot, but basically I was trying to fill up my time. I was coming off of a breakup. I was trying to get out of my hometown, and I hardly saw my friends. I don't even remember going to any parties, meeting up with friends like on a daily. Basically, I only remember applying to scholarships, applying to colleges, doing extracurriculars like clubs, sports, and work just to wrap up that year. When I think back to it, I didn't really enjoy that year. And despite all that I accomplished, I saw my friends grow closer together, get together, while I grew apart. And then after that summer, senior year, I was off to college and I left. I still keep in touch with some friends from high school, but thinking about it more, I really wish I enjoyed that year a little bit more than I did. Despite what I've been able to accomplish in the last decade, I've been able to grow in my career, I've been able to see a lot of things in my life. I was able to go out of state for school, but I do miss my friends also. So growing up is one of those things that I needed to do at the time. And that's really what happened. But I do wish I enjoyed it a little bit more. So don't make a mistake of not enjoying your life at any stage of your life. Next point on this list is not learning things outside of school. So my whole life I grew up K through 12, also through college, thinking all I needed to learn was taught in a classroom. My philosophy now is actually, if you're not learning anything new in a day, then that's just a wasted day. So what I try to do is learn something every day. I think I realized this point literally in college when I wasn't able to learn everything just in a lecture. I needed to take time outside of lecture to learn and grasp and really understand the concepts that the teacher was teaching to me. Here's an example. I remember when I was in high school, I took calculus and I was really good at it, but it was really just reading a book, reading how to do a problem, and then just do a list of problems and then turn it in. And then we had to study for the AP test, and then I did a really good on that. So then I realized maybe that class was just learning how to pass a test successfully. When I got to college, all the professors were going super deep into these concepts in calculus that I just really didn't understand. And I thought, oh, I went through the class, I got a 5 on the AP exam, why does this any matter? But then I ended up getting C's in both my calculus classes. So it is really important that if you understand something or if you learn something, try and go out of your way to make it better or learn about it better, because that is what you're gonna have to do each and every day after you're not in a formal classroom anymore. And you might be thinking, oh, I don't need calculus. Well, that's true, but I also didn't think I'd need algebra when I was in 8th grade. I think the coolest thing that one of my teachers said, and it was my 8th grade algebra teacher, was he taught us a concept of finding the slope of a line, and why would that be important in your next classes? I remember he taught us that in 8th grade, finding the slope of a line. And it's a concept that is actually used in your senior calculus course. But I digress, it's really just learning concepts to build on top of each other and understand why does this make sense for that. Learning how to learn and learning how to learn efficiently is the skill that I think is the most important in any given subject. And the last mistake I want to talk about here is getting caught up in hype. So these can be a bunch of things like, I got caught up in the hype back in 2017 when cryptocurrency was just running up in price. I remember when I was investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these other altcoins, I was just throwing money into it because I kept seeing it go up. I saw Bitcoin go from $1,000 all the way up to a value of $10,000. And once it broke at $10,000, I was telling all my friends, all my family. Some of them ended up getting into it, but then a lot of them ended up riding it all the way up. And then you know what happened. If you don't know what happened, basically the price of cryptocurrencies crashed. It was actually really bad because I remember when I had some money to invest in cryptocurrency, I did that, but then I also saw the option on one of the apps called Coinbase where you can hook up a credit card, then purchase cryptocurrency on credit. It sounds super crazy, but I was going into debt to potentially make or lose money. And we all know what happened. Basically, everything crashed. There was a huge sell-off and a lot of the value that I had in my cryptocurrency just went down. There was actually this one point in time where I was looking at source code for this one altcoin I was vested in, and basically when I was looking at it, I didn't see anything special other than where it forked from the altcoin called Dogecoin. So if there's anything that I want to say from this mistake is, even though there is hype and you might get some FOMO, which is fear of missing out, and then you have to face FUD or fear, uncertainty, and doubt, just do your research. Don't invest in anything that you don't understand. And hopefully you won't make the same mistake I did in terms of cryptocurrency. And to make mistakes is to learn. That is what I try to think of myself, given that I have a past where I made mistakes and now I've learned from those mistakes, and from there I just grow on. So with that said, everyone, I really appreciate you watching the video. If you haven't already done so, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also consider ringing the notification bell so you know the next time there is a video on my channel. I started doing a couple more videos instead of just my weekly videos. I post a gaming video on Monday, I post a random video in the middle of a week, and then I post these regular content videos on Fridays. So if you really like the content, it would really help out the channel if you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also, if you want to start investing yourself in the stock market or in stocks or any of these things that I mentioned on my channel, there's 2 links down in the description below. One of them goes to Webull, where if you deposit $100, you can get 2 free stocks where one of them is valued up to $1,400. The second link is actually to Robinhood, another investment platform that you can just download on your app, start investing in stocks today, and you'll get a free stock just for signing up there. So that's 3 free stocks that you can get started on investing. If that is a mistake that you've made in the past, or if you're just starting out, just learn from there. Again, thanks so much for watching my video. These are my biggest mistakes. You've probably had some mistakes too, but these mistakes are all learning opportunities for us to grow. Thanks again. Stay safe, stay healthy. Shout out to our friends over at Basically Me. Check them out on Instagram. With this new knowledge from this video, let's get to work. Hey Noah, Ver here. So if you don't remember me, we actually met at our cousin Lynette's wedding up in Washington State, but just wanted to hop on here, say happy birthday, say hi to your mom, your dad, and your brother for me. I might put this in a YouTube video, so one, if you're watching and you're not Noah specifically, remember to go to my YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and also wish Noah a happy birthday. Again, this is probably going to be in a future video, so at the point of viewing this, happy birthday. I'm going to send this to your mom and your uncle to send to you, and hopefully you can watch. And maybe you'll see it in a future video, and everyone watching my videos will wish you a happy birthday too. Anyway, stay safe, stay healthy. I know it might be a weird time that you're staying in, but having fun with your mom and dad and your brother. But hopefully we can see each other again soon when things clear up. At least that's my hope. So we love you. The whole family loves you. Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and take care.